Hi, everyone. Welcome to a beautiful evening tonight. We are going to do what's considered to be one of the most powerful mantra meditations known to us in India. It's called the Gayatri mantra. And because it is so powerful, I wanted to make sure that we all have a good foundation before we chant it, because one of the biggest mistakes that we make is that we chant without understanding what is it, how should it be chanted, why should it be chanted. And when we do that, we lose the essence of the experience. So what we never want to do is make meditation into a to-do list, into a task that needs to be checked off. Okay, I need to meditate now. Boom, boom, sit, meditate. That's not the purpose of meditation. The whole point of meditation is that every single cell is involved. Your entire being is involved. So, with that said, what I'd like to do is first of all share this. I asked ChatGPT, and I'd just like to repeat what it says because it's actually a really beautiful summary. Gayatri mantra is one of the most powerful and sacred mantras. It is a prayer to the sun god, Savitra, and it's believed to have transformative and purifying effect on the person who chants it. Key being with devotion and understanding. It's not enough to just chant like a parrot. You must understand it, and then you must chant it with devotion for the purpose that it's being chanted. The Gayatri mantra is said to awaken and activate spiritual energy within a person, leading to a deeper sense of peace, harmony, enlightenment. But here's why I have scheduled it in for us, because it's believed to have the power to remove negative energies and obstacles and to promote clarity of thought, intelligence, and wisdom. Of course, it has healing properties, it's transformative, it's purifying, it's spiritually uplifting. And those who attended yesterday, as you know, we talked about where we are. We are in Ghor Kalyug, as P.K. Shivani, Sister Shivani says, and we are being bombarded with negativity through multiple channels. So something like a Gayatri mantra can be transformative in allowing us to be that strong tree that survives the storm. That's how I want you to think of these mantras that we're going to do over the next few weeks, starting with the Gayatri mantra today. So these mantras, these chants, the purpose of them is to transform you into a little, perhaps delicate vein on a leaf to a strong tree trunk that can survive all that's going around us. Okay, so let's start with this. So let's start by listening to what Deepak Chopra has to say about this to Oprah. So this, he's answering the question, what is a mantra? And again, it's really important to understand first, what is a mantra? Because we'll be doing a lot of these mantra meditations, and then we'll dive into what's a Gayatri mantra. So this is what's a mantra. So that's odd because I can't hear it. Let me check this. That's interesting. For some odd reason, let's hit refresh and try it again. Can all of you hear me?
No.
Rina, we see you, not the video.
We can see the video, not the sound.
So if all of you can hear me, but this video, which I was listening to not 5 minutes ago,
now we can.
Isn't playing. So let's pause
No,
that.
now we can.
And I
We
will
could
play
hear it.
something else. I'm
Rina,
going to
we
play
can hear
this. Let's see if this works.
Rina, we could hear that.
We can hear it now.
The mantra,
This isn't
the
working
sounds
either.
are geometrically
So let me
designed.
stop my share and restart. Could be something with that.
Actually, we could hear it right now, Rena.
Could you hear it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let me go ahead and pause that because that's not needed anymore. Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Wendy. Let's start.
First of all, let me tell you what a mantra is, okay? It has two roots. Man, which means mind. Man is the Hindi word for mind. It's also the origin of the word man or woman, human. And tra means instrument. So mantra is an instrument of the mind, that goes beyond the mind. Takes you like taking a cab. Okay, when I take a cab to go somewhere, when I get there, I don't need the cab anymore. So mantra is a vehicle to take you to the source of thought.
Oh, that was really good. The cab worked. That worked
Okay,
right
so
there.
the most basic mantra in all traditions is I am. You know, when Moses asked God, what's your name? God replies, I am that I am. Jesus says, before Abraham was, I am.
I am.
We say Amen, Aham, Om.
Om.
These are all very fundamental sounds that are mantras. So if nothing else, you can close your eyes and just repeat I am mentally and it'll quieten your mind.
Okay, so the first most important thing for all of us to understand is that a mantra is a sound that allows us to reach a different height of consciousness because it activates our inner soul. So that's what it is. Now let's listen to this.
In such a way, naturally they touch the…
That was in the middle.
I'm saying that the mantra is for many of you just in the mouth. That's not the way to do it. The mantra is designed in such a way, if you utter it, naturally the reverberation starts from the base of your belly. This is very important. This is your Manipuraka. This is where your maintenance center is. And right now, because everything is virus-oriented, activating your Manipura, which is the maintenance center, is very important. The mantra, the sounds are geometrically designed in such a way, naturally they touch the deepest point within you. Only then it energizes you, only then it activates your samat prana. I'm saying that the…
Okay, so first we understood what's a mantra. Next, as Sadhguru reminds us, the point of a mantra is that your body, especially your Manipura, which is your base chakra, your root chakra, must reverberate, it must vibrate. So what that means is that when we do the Gayatri mantra in a few minutes, it's important for you to settle into the mantra. I don't want you to just repeat it. I want you to settle into it. I want your whole body sounding it out. There was another video that I was going to play. I'll just share with you the essence of that video. A mantra is really a sound. The words don't matter. There's a whole video that explains what exactly is a mantra. Let me see, do we have time for it? Oh, we do have time for it. So there's one more video that I'm going to play. Oh, I guess I closed that one by mistake. Okay, so what I'll do is, as I explain, I will, oh, can you guys see my screen, by the way? Are you able to see my screen?
No, we can't see your screen. We haven't been able to.
You can't see my screen. Okay, so when I shifted to get the volume to work, I think the screen died out too. That's okay. So the most important thing about a mantra is that it's actually the sound. It has nothing to do with the words. The words are there, but it's really not about the words. It's really about the sound itself. So here, we're going to listen to this now. Let me…
It is seeking a very specific date.
So
And you're here to learn. Welcome to Giannis Clips.
let me do a quick share. Okay, here we go. We're going to just listen to him for a couple of minutes.
The core purpose of Gayatri Mantra is to Dhiyaha yaha naha prachodayat. Dhiyo yo naf prachodayat. Dhi, the buddhi, that intellect, the mind. Prachodana is to stimulate it, to lighten it up. So to do that prachodana of the Dhiyaha yaha naha prachodayat, you are worshipping, who guess? Sorry, doing a quiz kind of it. You are worshipping the sun deity in Gayatri Mantra. So, Savituhu Varenyam Bhargaha. Om Bhuhu Bhuvah Swaha. Tat Savituhu Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyaha Yaha Naha Prachodaya. This is the split. No, there is this thing called Anvayakrama that you do when you try to understand any shloka or anything in Sanskrit, because in Sanskrit that is the flexibility. You need not necessarily have.
I'm going to skip because I know no one cares about understanding how Sanskrit is written. So I'm going to skip to a few more important sections.
Form of energy?
No, down knowledge, I don't know.
I think right
Subtle.
here.
May this glorious radiance of the sun propel us forward.
Here we go.
Sequence of going from the gross to the subtle. May this glorious radiance of the sun propel us forward.
So because it is a mantra for the sun god to help us evolve, to shed all of our karma, what's important is typically that it's done early morning. So it's in Brahma Muhurat, which is, I think, 3:30 to 4:35. And that's the best time to do Gayatri Mantra because you're trying to soak in that powerful energies that exist at that time. The next best time to do it, of course, is sunrise. And then the next best time to do it is, of course, at 9:30 at night. Anytime that you have to chant, you chant. But I did want to mention and point out that it is important if you would like to do the Gayatri Mantra as a practice. It's done 108 times. Each time you sit down, you do it 108 times, and you do it typically for a mandala, which is about 40 days, right? And the outcome of doing a mantra like Gayatri Mantra is that it will transform you. There's videos of Sadhguru talking about people who did it way too much. They were doing it like 10 times a day. And then they just basically their heads exploded in some energetic form. So you also want to be mindful when you do these mantras that, you know, you're doing them understanding that these are spiritual keys that open the energy worlds around us, and you want to do it with devotion, with respect. And again, the Gayatri Mantra's purpose is to shed the karmas so that we have lesser effect of what we may have done to someone coming back at us. As they say, when you do something to someone, that arrow has left. There is no stopping that karmic reverberation of that arrow coming back. There's no way you can stop that. But what you can do is soften the effect of that arrow coming back. And that is, in some sense, what something like a Gayatri Mantra does, is it unravels the karmic effects of previous lifetimes. And I'm going to show you one last thing, and then we will go ahead and meditate. I want to show you one. So Deepak Chopra has the more powerful version of Gayatri Mantra, and he has a whole page on it, including explaining what it is and how it works, et cetera, et cetera. His Gayatri Mantra is the more sophisticated form. So he actually talks about the Gayatri Mantra with the Kriyas. So you can do the Gayatri Mantra with Kriyas, but it's a different Gayatri. It's the Maha Gayatri Mantra. There's 3 different forms of Gayatri Mantra. So if interested, I'll share this link. You're all welcome to give this a shot. But what I thought was very powerful was this highlighted sentence. It's a life-enhancing prayer, and the ancient texts say that repeating it 10 times a day removes the sins of this life, 100 times daily removes the sins of your previous life, and 1,000 times daily removes the sins of 3 yugas or innumerable lives. By the way, how it was downloaded, the Gayatri Mantra was downloaded by this gentleman who used to be a bad king, who then reformed into an ascetic, enlightened being, is like a soap opera. So if you're interested, you can again check this page, and it goes into details of how he downloaded the Kriya. So does anyone have any questions on Gayatri Mantra before we start? There are many, many versions of Gayatri Mantra. We're going to do the base version. There are also many, many pronunciations. And literally, I've had 3 different mystics pronounce different things differently. This Sanskrit expert has a pronunciation. I think the challenge that people like us faces, we can't get the pronunciation perfectly right. And then it just seems like maybe we shouldn't be doing it. So what I didn't want to do is go deep into, hey, you must pronounce it this way. So what I'd like to do now is practice. It's 9:32. So let's practice. I'm going to press play on the Gayatri Mantra at 432 Hertz. If you have your headsets, this would be the perfect time to bring them out, plug them in, because it is tuned to 432 Hertz. For tonight's meditation, you have 2 options. You can quietly sit and let the mantra envelop you. And you can just hum so your body vibrates. So you could just do a gentle hum, like a bee buzzing, right? Which engages our chakras and it allows your mind to focus on something to do as you listen to the mantra. So that's your one option. The other option is for those of you who have been practicing Gayatri Mantra, but perhaps may not have been saying it the right practice words, or maybe you are doing it perfectly. We are going to listen to this as a practice now. We'll practice it, and then we'll go ahead and do it all as a group for 10 minutes. You should do it for 108 minutes. 108 times. We're not going to do that tonight because that takes about 22 to 25 minutes to do it correctly. We're going to do it for 7 minutes. So 7 is a magical number. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I make you meditate for about 7 minutes each night. So we'll meditate for 7 minutes, which is also very powerful. All right, let's get started. Let's get started. All right, everyone, turn off your phones. Close the door. Shake off the day. Close your eyes. Tilt up. Look at the center of your forehead. Let's do a cleansing breath. Take a deep breath in. One more breath in. And let it all out. One more time. Let it all out. One last time. Take a deep breath in. One more in. Pause. And let it all out. Okay, that was practice. Does anyone have any questions? If not, let's go ahead and start our 7 minutes. For those who joined after I had already shared the instructions, you have 2 options. One is to follow and chant it out loud, and the other is to do a gentle buzzing sound, hum, as you absorb and listen to the mantra. If you're uncomfortable with the sounds, which is the pronunciation, those are your 2 options. Enjoy. Continue to stay in the energy form. Continue to feel its power, the peace, the calm. Do you feel a strong energy vortex around you? Did you have any interesting experiences that you had not anticipated? I felt some of you go really deep, which is why I let us go longer with the meditation. Take your time, keep your eyes closed. Bring a smile to your face. Put your palms together, bow down, and chant after me. I am a powerful soul. I am blessed. I am loved. I am at peace. I am positivity. I am love. I am joy. I am healthy. I am strong. I am blessed. God's white light is in me and all around me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I think it's such a beautiful mantra. What do you all think? Those of you who would like to continue, please feel free to exit and continue.